And you're looking live at Chase Center.
Don't ever do that. Honestly, Kevin Durant's coming back to town in front of a packed house. What I expect from Dub Nation, and I think Dub Nation will do it.
Standing ovation.
Kevin Durant gets out there. He deserves a standing ovation, a video tribute.
I agree.
That was 3 years of just phenomenal basketball. It was so good that other teams say, we're just going to wait this out. We're going to wait this out. We have no chance. It was, Evan Turner was talking on Gilbert Arenas' podcast the other day, saying, man, we were up 17, 3 straight games in the Western Conference Finals, and they didn't even have KD. And it was like, it felt like we were chasing them still up 17. That's how good they were. But Kevin Durant, and I know Dub Nation will do this, he should get a rousing applause from Chase Center. Seriously, Kevin Durant is an all-time warrior.
You don't think he will?
I know he will. But, again, the internet tells you one thing.
Oh, come on.
That screws KD. But I think Dub Nation knows Kevin Durant helped us win a couple championships, take you over the top. Those series against the Cleveland Cavaliers were iconic. Going mano-a-mano against LeBron. You had Steph, of course, doing this thing.
What did we do for Jeff Kent when he went to the Dodgers?
I don't remember.
He booed him. Okay,
Did we?
Yeah, after. But I'm saying that first time that he came back around. I know he went to Houston first. I'm just trying to think.
We booed him. Like every time he came in a Dodger uniform, we booed him.
Yeah, well, that's different. After is different. I'm talking about the first.
Juan Uribe. He got the standing ovation in the first at bat, and then he was booed after that.
Yeah, which is fine.
But we gave him his propers.
Yes, I'm just trying to think of because the Warriors have never really had a quote unquote defect in this fashion. Like when Monte came back, what did we do? Because he didn't want to leave, but
I think he got a standing ovation.
I think so too.
Everybody, he's going to get his.
I think so too.
Kevin Durant's going to get a standing ovation, no doubt about it. He deserves it. I think he'll get it. Because, again, those 2016-17 may be the greatest team of all time. It's up there with the Showtime Lakers in 87. It's up there with the 86 Celtics. It's up there with the 96-97 Bulls or 95-96 Bulls.
The back-to-back threes in LeBron's face.
Come on.
Back-to-back years. Just some of my favorite games.
Come on. This is just iconic. So, this schedule, what jumps out to you with the schedule? What jumps out to me automatically? 7 of the first 9 games are on the road.
Yeah, it looked very heavy at the beginning of the year on the road, and then at the end of the year.
It's heavy at the end of the year. Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you can get work done early, I think they could be okay.
Right. So 7 of the first 9 games are on the road. And we know how they started last year on the road. It was rough. The 0-5 road trip. They won 11 road games in total. We're going to see if that flaw, if just moving off from Jordan Poole alone is going to help that chemistry. And help them win on the road. Because winning road games is all about chemistry. How connected is your team?
Well, you know why I worry just a little about being on the road early in the season? For the younger guys, like the Kumingas and the Moody's. It always feels like young players play better at home. And I just worry about them starting the year off just a little slow or maybe losing some equity. How much range is Kirk going to give them on the floor to fail a little?
Yeah.
So that's the only question I have early in the season.
Yeah, late in the year, you talked about.
I think everyone else is going to play nice.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a very astute point about the youngsters. I hadn't thought about that. But 9 of their last 12 are on the road.
I'm not worried about the back end.
Yeah, 15 back-to-backs. 9 teams have 15 back-to-backs. This is the 4th straight year the Warriors have 15 back-to-backs. Older team, that's tough. They got a Toronto-New York or New York-Toronto back-to-back. It's nasty.
And then not playing LeBron and the Lakers until later on in the season. I don't love that.
Yeah, it's a little strange. January 27th.
I don't like the compacted.
The first time they meet.
Sorry, I don't like the compacted. Like the Lakers should be spread out throughout the year.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like you should have it sprinkled at the beginning, middle, and end. I don't like having all those. They like to do these almost like home and aways,
right?
And kind of sandwich a team in between or a couple teams in between. I don't love that.
Well, think about this. Just looking at it right now, just browsing again.
Yeah.
They play Phoenix 3 times by December 12th. 3 times by December 12th. They play the Kings 3 times by November 28th. That's, loading up on those Western Conference teams early when the Warriors may be peaking later. I don't know. That's a little strange. And then the Lakers on the back end. Memphis is coming to town. When is Memphis coming to town? they come to town. Heck, they don't come to town until after the new year.
They're waiting for the jaw suspension to be cleared.
So they come to town
right
March 20th. March 20th is when the Grizzlies come to town.
That's too late for me. That's too late for me. The other element that I am actually surprised hasn't gotten more run, I know we're like so Warriors-centric, Chris Paul playing against the Phoenix Suns, I'm curious how Suns fans are going to feel toward him because he kind of changed the culture in terms of to a degree in terms of like becoming a legitimate threat. But I think on the way out the door, like, I don't know.
Would they boo him?
I don't know. What do you think?
I would hope not. He was a very good Phoenix Sun.
I thought so too.
I thought he was a very good Phoenix Sun. Now, you talk to Nash a lot. He probably does not like Chris Paul.
He appreciates what Chris Paul brought to the table, right? Because he thinks he unlocked Ayton. Like, that was the big thing. Like, hey, he unlocked Ayton. It just ran its course.
Right.
Like, they were just kind of done with it. Almost like your Richard Sherman Niners analogy, where at the end it kind of soured, but, like, he was really good, but you could kind of see that it was going to not end well.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I also think they had coaching issues as well. Whatever happened with Monty and Ayton and Monty and the rest of the roster, the fans were done with Monty Williams.
See, I disagree with this, and I like this schedule. The 7 of first 9 on the road. We're going to test this team early because you need to figure out what you want to do with Chris Paul. So I like to start the 7 of the first 9 on the road. I really do like that. I like opening the first 2 games against against Phoenix and Sacramento. You kind of test yourself, see where you're at right away. You imagine the panic if they fall to 0-2. Oh, my Lord. 510.
They fall to 0-2.
510. Send the mobile text line.
If they start the year off, what is it? 1-9. What did they start? 1-9 on the road?
1-9 on the road.
They do that again, the sky will be falling.
Oh, my gosh.
What about JP? When's he return?
December 22nd. And he'll get a standing ovation. He deserves a standing ovation.
That's a midweek game?
It's 3 days before Christmas.
So what day is
that?
So
I think that's a...
Tuesday?
No. That's a Friday night.
When is Christmas? Is it on a Monday?
On a Monday.
Damn.
Because the Niners are playing Monday Night Football against the Ravens. So I found out on Christmas. So the Warriors are playing the Nuggets at 11:30 a.m. on ABC.
Okay, this guy's brain. Okay.
So I thought, boy, I'm going to take Christmas Day off. I got another nugget for you, too. Speaking of Nuggets, 11:30 a.m. at Denver. I can work that game, do the pregame show at 10:30 to 11:30, watch the game, it'll be over about 2 o'clock, do the postgame till about 3, get in the car, pick up baby Chaz and Anna, and fly out to the Niners game. So still get paid, still get to see the Niners.
I was worried. Good to know.
I was too.
Didn't know if you'd be able to pull that off.
Dude, I was too. I thought it was a 2:30 game. So I'm happy about that. What I'm not happy about this. Game number 3 of the season. Our first game on the net. Well, we do have the Kings game that Friday night, but Houston, 4 o'clock. Third game of the season at Houston, 4 p.m. Sunday, October 29th.
Niners play 5:30 against who?
Niners play 125 against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi, I'm Kareth Burke, and I'm filling in for Vontae Hill.
Last year, I had to miss Mahomes.
Oh, well, you didn't miss much other than the greatest throw I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no.
Rolling to his left.
5 throws?
One, and McCole Hardman scoring touchdowns on like what felt like the same exact play.
Last segment.
Over and over. In fact, he's still scoring touchdowns.
Touchdowns, no doubt. The last segment was sponsored by Go to State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoToStateLumber.com, 888-957-9570. If you want to discuss the schedule, what jumps out to you about the Warriors schedule, the NBA schedule, MLK Day in Memphis against the Grizzlies. That'd be cool to be out in Memphis, Tennessee for that. The in-season tournament. You know what? The in-season tournament I'm kind of warming up to.
I told you.
I'm kind of warming up to it.
I told you.
I'm kind of excited about it.
There's got to be more incentive to win it all. Like, so to me, like, it's a good idea. I think now you got to tinker with it a little moving forward.
And they will.
I know they will. But like, to me, getting to the finals should get you an automatic, like getting to that final game, automatic berths in both conference, and like for both whoever gets to the end there, automatic playoff berths, and you get an automatic top 4 seed. It should be more than winning these divisions. Like, winning the division is so stupid in the NBA. I would just have one big conference. What were you saying about how you want to do Premier League?
Oh yeah, with the table.
Yeah,
so you get one table, right? You get one table. And in the Premier League, you get 3 points for a win. Is it 3 points or 2 points for a win in the
Western,
Premier League?
No Eastern Conference.
No Western, no Eastern Conference.
I like that.
Spadoni, what is it? 2 points or 3 points for a win in the Premier League? It's 3, right?
Yeah, because it feels pretty stupid.
3 for a win, 1 for a tie.
That New Orleans is in the West.
Right.
For example.
Right.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
It is kind of dumb. So, Premier League, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie. Right? No points for a loss.
Okay.
And it's just one table.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
I do too. Keep
going.
Do
away with Western and Eastern Conference.
And no
you
overtimes.
do one table. Now, here's the thing. This is how you get the ties. You're tied at the end of regulation. You want to talk about load management? You end in a tie.
What about Elam ending?
You could do that. 1st to 8.
Yeah.
1st to 7, maybe.
I kind of like, because I think there's something to
1st to 11. You bring it to the playground. All right, Elam ending. You're tied at the end of regulation. 1st to 11. I kind of like that.
I'm open to anything in terms of like with the load management and all that. I'm totally open to that.
So the in-season tournament will tip off Friday, November 3rd, and culminate with the championship Saturday, December 9th.
And right now, what is the prize when you win the championship?
$1 million, I believe, for each player.
Each player.
Yeah, I believe. So you got the knockout rounds, you got the tournament detail, and I'm just looking at the group play here. Knockout rounds.
And the group play is not, for those that don't know, it's anyone could be in any group play, or is it broken in between?
No, it's broken in. It's a group plays.
No, so I'm saying like Western and Eastern Conference.
So you got Group A, West Group B, East Group A, East Group B.
Yeah, to me, and it's all going to be where are these games?
Well, these games are going to be at home. They're going to be count as regular season games. The only one that doesn't count as a regular season game is the play-in championship. That's the only one that doesn't count as a regular season game.
So you see where my mind is going.
The rest of them count as regular season games. They're just going to be qualified as like, hey, these are the play-in games, but they're also going to count against your regular season record.
So what I would suggest, and I know that no one wants to give up home gates and all that, I think down the line, I think you're going to see some sort of like a host city, similar to how we do the Final Four.
Right.
Maybe you do something like that, and this is where Vegas or something along those lines comes into play. Because you imagine the Chase Center hosting 2 semi-conference games in a championship game. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Absolutely.
And a rotation there.
But
that's where I want these playoff berths to get in.
I'm warming up to it. We'll break it down a little bit more, but we got